Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today is part 3 of my moving items around in a list box with little uppy-downy buttons series. Today's video, we're going to actually build the code that goes behind our up and down buttons with a little SQL, a little VBA, and a little fun stuff. Of course, today's video follows yesterday's lesson, part 2, and that video follows part 1. So if you haven't watched parts 1 and 2, go watch those first. Here's a link down here. You'll find that one. And then come on back. All right, we now join the program already in progress. All right, so time for some code. Here's our algorithm. First, we're going to check for no selection. Then we're going to make sure that the user's not trying to move the item up if it's already the first item, right? Then we're going to get the ID of the item we're trying to swap with. And then using SQL, we're going to change their sort orders. Make sense? Okay, here's how it works. Ready? Right-click, build event. This brings up my handy-dandy code editor. All right. We're going to need an ID because we have to look up the guy we're swapping with and get his ID, right? The ID of the one that we are swapping that we picked is going to be the value of the employee list. The first column, column 0, the bound column, is the ID of the item that we're swapping, but we need to look up the other one, so we need a place to save that. So let's dim an ID. Dim ID as long. That's ID 2, basically. All right, check for no selection. So if is null, employee list, then beep, exit sub. You can put a message box in there, you can do whatever you want, right? That just says, okay, if they didn't pick anything, beep, get out of Dodge. Now we're going to check to see if they're moving the first item. They're trying to move the first item up. So, right, check for first item, in which case it's a no-no. So if employee list dot column 1, what is dot column 1? Well, remember, column 0 is the ID, right? The next column is column 1. That's the sort order. Okay? So if the sort order is already 0, then we're at the first one. So beep, exit sub. All right? Okay, now we're going to get the ID of the record to swap with. The ID of the record to swap with, meaning we're moving up, okay, is going to be the list index minus 1. So ID equals employee list dot column 0, comma, employee list dot list index minus 1. In other words, we're going to put in here, get the ID of the previous item. Okay? So employee list dot column 0. Column 0 is the first column, the ID column, of which row? Okay? Well, list index is the selected item, and we know it's not the first one, so there's going to be one above it. We already checked for that, right? So list index minus 1 means the row above the row I'm in, and now I've got that item's employee ID. Make sense? If not, listen to that again. Okay? Now we're going to swap the records. And here comes the tough part. This is the SQL. We have to execute 2 SQL statements. We're going to take the current item and subtract 1 from its sort order, right? So 1 becomes 0, 2 becomes 1, and so on, and take the other guy whose ID we have and add 1 to it. So we're effectively swapping those 2 numbers. And here's our update statement. Current db.execute update employee, can't type today, T, set sort order equals sort order minus 1, where employee ID equals employee list. All right, update the employee table, set the sort order to sort order minus 1, subtract 1 from it, so 1 becomes 0, where the employee ID equals employee list, which is the ID of the currently selected item. All right, now the next one, and it's going to be very similar, so we're going to copy and paste. The next one is going to be set the sort order plus 1, where the employee ID equals the guy we looked up earlier who's the one above it. Okay, makes sense? And when we're all done, requery the box. So employee list.requery. We didn't have to do this before with the value list one because we're moving items in the box. But here, we're moving items in the table, so we have to refresh the box, reload the box, requery the box. Okay, debug, compile, save it, come back out, let's close this, open her up. All right, no item picked, that works. Pick the first item, nothing happens. Let's move Uhura up to the top of the list. Up, 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 perfect. See? So we're basically looking at this item, right? Looking at McCoy, getting its ID, which is the value of the box, okay? Finding out who's above it, which is Spock. Then looking up Spock's ID from the list, and then swapping these two. Okay? All right. Down button. Very similar code. In fact, I'm going to take this. I like to keep this stuff together. I'm going to move it right down here. There's my down button. I'm going to copy all of this stuff because, again, a lot of it's the same, right? Not similar enough to make these into one function because that gets kind of confusing, but here we're good. So this is the same, okay? Okay, but here we're not checking for the first item. We're checking for the last item. So we have to say, okay, this is going to be different right here. Employee list.column1, if it's greater than or equal to whatever the total list count is, -1 because it's 0 based, right? Then we're at the last item. Okay, so this is going to be if employee list.column1 is greater than or equal to employee list.list count -1. List count is how many items we have. All right, so if the sort order for this thing is 3, which is greater than or equal to, let's say the list count is well, okay, we've got 4 items, right? Or I think in this case we got 5 items. Yeah, we got 5 items. All right, so if we're on the last one, okay, employee list.column1, the sort order should be 4 because it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If that's greater than or equal to the list count -1, which is 4, right? List count's 5, -1 is 4, then we're on the last item. We can't move it down anymore. Now, next, same thing, get the ID of the next item. We know there's got to be one after it, so it's +1. Otherwise, this code would have failed us, right? And now here we're swapping the items again. But this time we just reverse these signs. This one's going to go up 1, and this one's going to go down 1. And that's it. This is the tricky part here, checking to see if you're at the last item. All right, save it. Come back out here. Close it. Open it. Take Spock, move Spock up, move Spock down. Try to move him past the end, and you can't. And there you go. That's it. There's your code. Pretty fancy, right? Get typing, or sign up and become a gold member. You can just download the database. If you like learning this stuff with me, well, check out my developer lessons. Got tons and tons of stuff on my website to teach you how to program in VBA in Microsoft Access. And if you want to learn SQL, as it works in Microsoft Access, I've got a 3-part seminar. Part 1 is all select queries, order by clauses, where conditions, all that stuff. Part 2 is all the action queries, the cool stuff like we did today. Update queries, delete queries, append queries, all that cool stuff. And then part 3, if you want to go to part 3, that's fine. That's about manipulating the structure of tables, like adding fields and indexes and stuff. You don't really need part 3. That's for like the super high-end people. But parts 1 and 2 are really good. All right, there's the link. Scan the little QR code. Check it out. But that is going to be your Tech Help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my Tech Help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the Tech Help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any Tech Help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for Tech Help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.